Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
But I'll be on it always, always and
If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla. I'm a youngin. I'm a very new YouTuber. But to my regulars, my babies, my girls, and my guys, welcome back. So this video is on my experience on moving to the US while growing up in Jamaica. To make it clear, I was born in the United States. I have uncles. I was born in the United States, but I was raised in Jamaica. Yeah, my parents are both Jamaican, so keep that in mind. I hope the AC wasn't loud in the first few clips. Well, not the first few clips. I one clip of it. I agree with my own self right now. But this video is basically just talking about my experience moving to the US, college, and yeah, just my experience overall. So I asked you guys a question on my Instagram, and a lot of you did respond. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm a little bit if when I can't hear me because people are asleep. I can't talk a lot of that is. Okay, yes. So these are the responses. I have them right here on my phone. So let's just get into it. So the first question I got is, how do I cope? I think I had like 3 questions like this. So coping, honestly, all right, when I just got here, I had a hard time adjusting. Like, I was moving from a very more like secluded environment to more like, busy. Like I come from a small land. Yes, I come from country. So you know that, most places are pretty private where you live. So like I live in a more quiet neighborhood. Moving to the city is a lot. It's very chaotic. Not a lot of people can keep up with it. I definitely couldn't keep up with it. And coping definitely would have been like being on my phone. This is when I started making videos as well. Let me take my earbuds out. This is when I started making videos on TikTok. I started YouTube like around that same time, but that really helped like to get me have like an outlet, you know what I mean? Like distracted me making my little videos, editing later in the nights. So yeah, that was my coping mechanism. And going to work. I fell in love with work. What was the biggest cultural shock pertaining to school? Culture shock. My cultural shock would be, alright, like back home in Jamaica, school things are like pretty traditional. Like, but it's also like it's different because it's also from high school to college. So like it's a little bit, a lot of it, a little bit of everything. That's what I meant to say. Like high school, it's more structured, it's more organized. You have people around back of you to get things done. College up here, sweetie, ain't nobody gonna get you to do that work or turn that assignment in. You on this on your own. You on this on your own. Also, like, you get to class when you feel like you, like, it's really no rules. I want to say that with school, like, no rules, no expectations, and you really can't disappoint anyone because at the end of the day, half of these professors don't even remember you. It was different in Jamaica. Like, you built bonds with your teachers and they looked out for you even after you left school. So I feel like that's a little, that adds to the culture shock. Also with oh, I had a hard time adjusting to pronouns. Pronouns were very hard for me to get used to. Of course, I respect everyone's pronouns, whatever you go by, but back home, we are traditional, so we stick to the he, him, she, her. So that was also a big thing. Like, you had to know that, listen, you're respecting other people's pronouns. You don't got a choice. Sweetie, you will get kicked out. They take that seriously. Okay? Do I think the work is harder? Again, alright, no, this is actually a perfect example. So in Jamaica, our syllabus, we follow the English syllabus from like England. Yes, England. So we're way ahead. Way ahead. Like I'm in college right now and I had to take over accounts. I had to take over principles of business. But I learned that in third, fourth, fifth form. Like I learned all of that in high school already. So the work is definitely not harder. It's definitely way like easier. However, I can't speak from like a science perspective because I'm a business major. But math, like I did pre-calc and calculus up here, that was like basic math that we learned in fifth form. So I will say that the work is way like more manageable. Not easier, but more manageable. Do I think I stand out when placed among your classmates who are not Caribbean? Sweetie, I think I'm all that. I do think I stand out, mainly because again, I feel like I'm way smarter because of what I was taught in Jamaica and I brought it with me here. Secondly, like, bro, Jamaica teaches you a lot of stuff if you get me. Like, even though people are up here that, they get their own experience, they figure out stuff on their own there in high school. I feel like Jamaica really teach you a bit tough. Like how to figure out stuff on your own by yourself. Like, I don't know what to call that, but it really teaches something different with half of them foreign people I don't have. And if you guys are watching this, I'm not judging y'all, but I just feel like it's like a different mindset. Plus, everybody knows the Caribbean girls look good, and I just feel like next caller, next caller, next caller. Do you think CSEC helped you prepare for the work you're doing now? Definitely. Even though those credits don't really count, like I still have to do extra classes and do other stuff that I've already been taught. It's definitely prepared me, like in teaching yourself, understanding the syllabus on my own, because if I didn't have that little like background, that little history I did with CSEC, I'd probably be very lost, because as I said, you're on your own, sweetie. So yeah, CSEC was like a plus, but if I didn't do CSEC, I would be just fine. I'd be just fine. But I'd rather go to UE. I really want to go to UE. I wanted to go to UE mainly for like the party life, but all right, basically I want to go to a university that has like a little Caribbean culture there. The school I'm looking to right now is in Florida, and they have like a mixture of Jamaicans, all over the Caribbean, and I actually really want to go there now. UE UE is a good school, don't get me wrong, but I feel like if I really want to have a better chance of having a great career, like not being stuck, I would definitely have to stay in the States. Definitely have to stay in the States. Why did I decide to go to uni overseas? Okay, I did not decide that, sweetie. If Ono know me, Ono knows I love Jamaica. I love Jamaica to my heart. And I was gonna go to a sixth form. However, my mommy told me like, yo, use your benefits. I'll tell you guys like a backstory after, but use your benefits. There's way more opportunities up here, and it's true. Like living up here, I'm really seeing it. I'm not reached nowhere in school yet, but trust me, like when it's time for me to get internships or even jobs, I know that I'll be able to know what I have to do. Like one thing with foreign, even though links help you with every part of the world, one thing with foreign, they will give you a chance, even if they don't know you like that. So I feel like my mom pushed me to make not the right decision, I don't know that yet, but my mom pushed me to study overseas. So another question was, most of these are like similar to the ones I just answered, but how was it adjusting to the school environment? I feel like I'm gonna answer this question again. And I think another one that I spoke about earlier. Oh, I see the difference now. Okay. So adjusting to the school environment, honestly, it was kind of weird at first, because like back home in Jamaica, like it's always either there's a set of people that like you and some people that don't like you. Up here it's just we don't care about you. So it's like I don't know how to make friends. I don't know how to fit in. Most people are coming from high school with their friends, so it's way easier for them, with college navigating, knowing a friend of a friend, neighbors. look at all me. Um, Adjusting to the school environment itself was very hard. I always felt like I was out of place because my accent is very strong, very strong. And no matter how long my day up here, my accent I go always did it. So yeah, it was kind of rough. It's still rough, but I'm leaving soon, so I don't really care. But I did make like a friend. I met one friend and we're still cool up to this day. And when we hang out, it's cool. But like if I'm on my own, I always feel like people watching me. Man, I love that cringe. I always feel like people are watching me. And earlier, someone asked me what was my biggest cultural shock. And then I have another question asking if I did have a cultural shock. So I feel like in the beginning I answered if I did have a cultural shock, which I did. And the biggest cultural shock I'm thinking right now, it's definitely mannerism. Definitely mannerism and having like, I don't want to say platform, but they're able to be very open. But up here, they really allow you to, express yourselves in many, many ways. They get me like, I've seen clubs that Jamaica would have probably hang you for, and I'm like, wow, like they really allow you to have an outlet for you to fit in everywhere. So yeah, that would definitely be like my biggest cultural shock, like mannerism and being able to like express yourself because nobody cares. Nobody cares. How was the transition to school in terms of learning material? Was it harder? I answered that question similar to this, but in terms of learning material, it would be harder in like terms. Some phrases were worded differently. I think even like in accounting, like I did principles of accounting in Jamaica and I did accounting up here, and I think that they set up some of the sheets differently, you know what I mean? Like the balance sheet and stuff like that. It wasn't harder, but like there are like a few like changes. Like if you're in a kitchen pretty quick you will get confused. And another thing is, they spell differently up here, but because I used to go up to school up here like elementary, I kind of know that certain things don't spell like that. In Jamaica, color is spelled with a U. Up here, it's not spelled with a U. Same thing with favorite. Tire is spelled with an I up here. Gray is spelled with A. So, yeah, those are just a few. How do you feel about adjusting to the States and leaving family and friends? So, leaving family and friends, that took a toll on me. Even though I was moving to my immediate family, my mommy's sisters and my cousins. All my friends were in Jamaica. I grew, I had my own circle, we got along very well. So all those stuff did kind of like, it was hard. I remember like the first few months, I want to say from September to December, I did not want to be here. I wanted to go back home the first chance I got. Best believe I came back home I went back home in December and I booked my ticket in like October. I never did around, like I was ready to go home. But honestly, it wasn't that bad at my first workplace because trust me, I will always bring them up. The coworkers and the space I had there was really one of the like them push me for life it up here. Them push me for be like, you know what, make your own life up here, and I loved it. Really, really loved that. So yeah, those are most of the questions that I got. I did get previous questions before about like getting into schools. What did I do? What did I do differently? So let me make it clear. I was born out here, so the process might be different for you than it would be for me. So I was born in California, and I went to some school up here, but I spent most of my school years in Jamaica. I did CSEC. I never did sixth form because it would not benefit me in any way. Maybe I would have skipped community college and went straight to university, but I don't really see the biggest like benefit, They needed my transcript from high school. Yes, everything from first form straight up to fifth form. They want it. All your grades are on it. I don't think any like comments were on it. Like they never talk about when we do at school or nothing like that. Like, they just wanted to see my grades. Secondly, they needed my diploma. I had that on hand. One exit give me that. They needed my diploma. They never asked for my CSEC results. Never asked for my CSEC results. Waste of time. I probably could have done I probably could have done SATs down there or ACTs act. That would have probably benefit me more, because when I did apply, I had to do a occupational test for math and English, just so they could see like where my head was at, like my levels and all of that. What happened next? I got to CUNY, and CUNY has a website. So basically, once I applied to one school through CUNY first, they applied to all the CUNYs that I chose. So I applied to Baruch, I believe Hunter, BMCC, and I think another one, and I got through to all of them. Thank God. Big up blood every time. And trust me, don't really look for your grades by your high school transcript, because I fell back. I got like B's and a couple C's in fourth form or third form, and they still thought my grades were awesome, just based on the subjects I was doing. And the gradings are different up here. You know what be an A up here is like a B or C in Jamaica. Cause Jamaica, they do all that. But yeah, that's that. I go to school in New York, and that was also another thing. If you are planning to come up here and go to school, it is best you come here at least a year before you start school, because as it relates to tuition, they're going to charge you. I was charged an out of state tuition. Like I wasn't considered a resident because I didn't live here for 12 months or 6 months, one of them, and they're gonna ask for proof. So if you really do want to come up here and go to school, probably come stay with your auntie. If you have a family member, just stay with them for a bit, just so you can get the in-state tuition, because it's way cheaper. In-state is like probably like, let's say it's $2,000, out of state would be like triple times that. So there's that. Also, I get financial aid from school, since I do go to a community college that covers majority of my tuition, and I'm charged the in-state rate, so I do get a refund. However, sometimes it took up all of your tuition and I really get but nothing. So yeah, that's that. What else? Them not asking about no club, them never asking about no key club. No. Any interact club. Them not asking about none of that. No sports, none of that. Just my grades. I feel like if I was coming from high school up here, that would be more relevant, but coming from Jamaica, it really wasn't. And yeah, basically I went to a 2-year college, a community college, and I'm transferring to a university to finish my other 2 years and get my bachelor's. That process is a little bit more tedious, a little bit, and it could be harder, but I feel like, yeah, that's all my things settled. And yeah, that is that. So as it relates to moving up here and going to school, that was basically all of it. It's not really crazy. That's just my experience. It may be different for you. A lot of people come up here, fall in love, make friends way easier. It's just kind of weird. So yeah, that is the end of my video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to share, like, comment, subscribe, watch it again, until I make our next video, which I'm gonna try and make soon. But yeah, do I have nothing else to say? If you don't like school, then I just don't come to me about it. Simple. Me, I got school, and the people that want to go to school, watch this video too. Yeah. Alright guys, bye.